So, hello everyone. This is my first attempt at a podcast. I doubt anyone will ever hear this. For one thing, I'm driving my fancy 1998 Ford Expedition that has no exhaust system. So, also, I have no microphone. I'm just using the mic on my phone. Not to be confused with a microphone, the mic on my phone. Yeah, so I don't know if you can even hear me, if you can hear me good, well, fine. Yeah. I shouldn't let anybody listen to this. So I am driving the back roads home. I took the scenic route. And yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. I kind of want to start doing podcasts just to give myself kind of, I don't know, a way to express my thoughts. I have a lot of them. Most of them are complete nonsense. But they're entertaining, for me anyway. But like 95% of the time, I'm the only one that experiences it. And the rest of my life, I'm just kind of on autopilot. And I think a lot. So I thought maybe every once in a while I'd just kind of talk out loud and see what happens. I don't even know if this is still recording. I don't know how long I can do one of these voice memos. I don't know if I can even export these. So yeah, like I said, probably nobody will ever listen to this, but anyway, I was thinking today how weird it is that Iowa allows people to start driving when you're 14 years old, but like most other states, I don't believe let you do that. I don't think anyway. So I don't know if that's because other states or bigger cities, there's more access to public transportation, and we're just kind of in the middle of nowhere, so you kind of need a car. Or maybe it's just because other states and cities suck. A lot of different states have stupid laws, like New Jersey's handgun laws, or something along the lines of like, if you own a handgun, it has to be in 3 different pieces, in 3 different safes, in 3 different rooms of your house. What do you do if you have a studio apartment? Do you have to rent 3 studio apartments? If you want to have a gun? I don't know, I just suggest not living in New Jersey at all. I can't say that. I've never even been there. Not really, anyway. I think we stayed there in New York, but then we just went to New York every day. Anyway, I think it's interesting that Iowa allows 14-year-olds to drive, and then, like, the rules behind it are something along the lines of, like, you have to be driving with someone 25 years old or older, unless they're a relative, I think. Then they can be like 21. I might be wrong on that. But if I'm right on it, that seems a little nuts to me. Because how many drunk 21-year-old brothers are making their 14-year-old brother drive them home? How often does that happen? And then if you get pulled over, does a 14-year-old get in trouble? I bet he does. He or she. That's another thing. Like, you get the individual who's qualified to tell you how to drive can be younger if you're related to them. So your 21-year-old brother can tell you what to do. If there is one person on the planet that knows how to push your buttons to the point of causing a car accident, it is a big brother. That doesn't That just doesn't sound like it should be the way that it is. And again, maybe it's not at all. Maybe I'm just making that up. We don't know, do we? You can't see me right now, but I'm kind of making a face and bobbing my head back and forth. What else is going on? There was a solar eclipse today, apparently. I took my 15-minute break in the Walmart parking lot, and it was cloudy. Couldn't see a thing. But apparently at 1:08, 91% of the sun was covered up by the moon, and it just looked cloudy out. Like, it was still super bright outside. I don't know. I don't know if I believe if that was only 9% of the sun, or if it was, 9% of the sun is still super, super bright. All week, I am happy that the eclipse is over, and actually I'm kind of happy that it was cloudy too, because in the Vision Center, if anybody is listening to this and doesn't already know, I work in a vision center. I'm an optician, which is a technical term for pretending I know what I do. It's a technical term for the position of sitting on hold with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, or filling out packets for Medicare. I halfway think that homework in like middle school and stuff was created just to prepare people who are going to have to deal with Medicare. Like the packets that you have to do in science class, that you used to have to do in science class. It's the same kind of thing you do for Medicare. What was I talking about? Oh, okay, the eclipse. So in the Vision Center all week we have had people stopping in asking if we had eclipse classes, which we never did, but everyone assumed that we would be the ones that did, which I guess makes sense because it's your eye deal. Your ideals. Not ideals, your eyes. Your eye dealios. I am all over the place. So anyway, I'm kind of happy that it was cloudy because I was worried all night. I closed and I was worried all night that people were going to be calling him blind, trying to get set up with appointments. And that was going to be a scheduling hazard. But there was one guy who stopped in today, and we had signs that said, like, we do not sell solar eclipse glasses, sorry, smiley face. And the guy said, well, I'll probably just look at it anyway. And a coworker said, well, you're not supposed to look at the sun like that. He's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, just like eggs are bad for you, right? And I was like, that's not exactly the same thing at all. Because I think there's like nutritional facts saying that eggs are a good source of protein, whereas every optometrist you talk to will tell you that the sun will make you go blind. So, not exactly the same. So the solar eclipse was kind of a letdown. But like I said, could be worse. I could be blind right now. So I'd be one of those idiots that would probably look at it. Where am I? Is that a spider on my windshield? Plymouth. I guess I'm really taking the scenic route home. Yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. I did hear that all sorts of people were selling these solar eclipse glasses, which, if you don't know what these look like, they were basically just the 3D glasses that you used to get in movies, not when they actually started to make 3D movies that worked. It was just like those red and blue, I don't know, filter things that looked like they were made out of Jolly Ranchers. Yeah, it was like that. They're just pieces of pieces of cardboard with like little filters in them. I heard that all sorts of people who had somehow stockpiled them were selling them on Facebook and Craigslist for like $10 a piece. And now I'm wondering if all sorts of people who bought those are gonna freak out about. I don't know where I'm going with this. That's a bad thing to go on. I will say that I bet a lot of people at Walmart are going to try to return them, which I find hilarious, because absolutely nobody is going to buy them now, except for maybe a time traveler. Time traveler or someone... what's that thing? Someone with Alzheimer's. Not really the same thing. I shouldn't compare time traveling with Alzheimer's. That's awful. But they could make a movie out of that. They could make a movie where time traveling was the gist, but the end twist, the gist to the twist, if you will, is that he actually just had Alzheimer's the whole time. And that turns out, like, his doctor turns to him and he takes off his face and he's an alien. A twist within a twist after the gist. I should never let anybody listen to this ever. But yeah, I don't know. I'll see how this goes. Like I said, first I gotta learn how to get rid of this cough that has been plaguing me for about 2 weeks now. It's stupid. I don't even feel sick. I'm just coughing. I don't feel like garbage. I'm not tired. I don't know. Anyway, podcasting. Yeah, I kind of am interested in starting it. I will be surprised if I have any kind of following other than myself. But, I don't know. Maybe it'll give some people to listen to on their drive to work. Maybe I'll just start doing it on my drive to work. Then you can listen to me every cough along the way, every single day. Well, 5 weeks, 5 days of the week. I don't know if it starts to pick up at all. Maybe I would consider buying a mic. Like I said, I have no idea what this is gonna sound like. It probably sounds like garbage, but I was telling myself I'd try to do 15 minutes. So looks like I got about a minute and a half to kill. What else is going on? How about a minute and a half of silence? Because I seem to be doing great at that. Eclipse. Teen Drive. Oh, I remember why I was thinking about coughing. Why I was thinking about the fact that you can drive at 14 here in Iowa. And it's because my brother and I, we keep receiving, like twice a month, each one of us will receive a letter in the mail from an insurance company suggesting that we insure our teen drivers. I have no idea, no clue how I got on this mailing list, because it's not even my insurance company. I don't know which one it was, otherwise I'd tell you to boycott them. But teen driver, somehow I'm on a mailing list without being on an age list, because if they did the math, they would realize at 24 years old, in order to have a teen driver, that means that I had a kid at the latest when I was 8. I wasn't even a teen driver when they were suggesting I had a child. How do you unsubscribe? And like that shopper newspaper magazine, that awful thing you get in the mail, how do you unsubscribe to that? Not once have I ever looked at that thing. I use it to throw it away. I don't know. Okay, I made it to 15 minutes. I'm going to end it there. this sucked, and I hope you think it sucked less than I do, but if anybody's still listening, if anybody even started to listen, that is my first ever half-assed attempt at a podcast, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I can even upload this. I bet I can't. I'll try. Maybe I'll listen to it once and then just get super self-conscious about it and never try this again. Just sit in my apartment with the windows closed. With my windows closed and my handgun because I don't live in New Jersey. Okay, that's it. I'm ending it. That... Oh, okay, yeah. The phrase, okay, that's it, I'm ending it, had nothing to do with the fact I was talking about my guns. I actually stopped recording, and then I had to start it again, just to clarify that. I meant I'm ending recording. Okay, and on that note,